Hi, Rich and Kathy here, and we are going to talk a little bit today about the earth sheltered house build. If you're new to the channel, you may not know that we have plans to build an off-grid earth sheltered house.
Yes, it's very exciting.
Brian, this is for you. Brian left a comment and he requested to know where we were at with our permits, our budget, our timeline, possible supply chain impacts, and yeah, all of the above, basically. You just finished watching us get the steel delivery.
Yeah, that was exciting.
Exciting. It was stressful. Pouring rain, mud everywhere. We weren't sure if that truck was going to make it up.
But it went relatively smooth.
Yeah.
We were worried a little bit about that one, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And really, that brings us all the way back to the beginning of this year. In February, we sold our house and we moved out. And that's when we started the plans for the blueprints for the house. In May, I think it was, we applied for our permits.
Yep.
All right, we're here at the building department and we are going to walk in now and meet with the building department inspector. I don't know what you'd call it.
The permit department.
The permit department, yeah. And in May, we also purchased that steel. So it took June, July, August, September, October, 5 months to get that steel delivery done and delivered. So that was a big deal for us.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, so that goes to the cement, and then everything gets bolted to that.
Oh, they gave us all the little vertical tubes too. These also, they're gonna go sit in the concrete all the way around, and the rebar goes in here.
We initially thought we would build this past summer, but there were a lot of things that interfered with that.
One of the big things was lining up the right contractors to do the work. Everybody was pretty much booked solid.
Yeah, and
So,
everybody was behind because of the weather.
Right, everybody was behind
It
schedule.
just rained like crazy. And even the little bit that we did have planned here and did have scheduled already for like the excavation and the dirt and everything else that we did.
Why is he doing all this?
So what he's doing is he's lowering the level down and putting that dirt on the side over there. So he's saving that dirt for us to cover our house with.
Oh, wow.
Plenty of good dirt over there, you see it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a big pile of dirt.
Yeah, let's talk about dirt for a couple of minutes. Our excavator contractor that dug this estimated this to be somewhere around 700 cubic yards of dirt. And that's significant for us because we need a lot of backfill. Is it enough? We don't know. But it's enough to offset the cost of having fill trucked in. The last time we bought fill, the delivery charge was more than the cost of the fill. We still have a few areas where we can get dirt from, and the dirt may be good enough where we don't have to bring in topsoil. So all we're gonna need to do is probably bring in some sand for the bottom, and this is gonna save us a significant amount of money.
Even that was behind by about a month and a half.
Yeah, about that.
So we never really got the start with the house that we had wanted to.
Right, we
So
would have been,
everything for a reason.
yeah.
We do have all of our permits in order, so we are good to go to start in the spring, and that is our plan. we have been getting all the contractors lined up. So the same contractor that did the garage foundation and excavation will be doing the house.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. We gave him the plans. He's looking them over. As soon as he is finished with his season.
And it's more of a they, because the excavator is a different guy than the concrete. But yeah.
But yeah, they have a copy of the plans.
So that'll start first thing in the spring. Now that we have all the steel that we need, as soon as they're done with the foundation, we can start assembling the steel, right?
Yeah.
And we have some ideas about that. We might need some help, and we're still looking for a rebar contractor, and that means somebody that just ties the rebar. We have calls out to 2 different people, so we'll see what we can do with that. We did run into one supply issue so far. They canceled our
Foam.
And that's a huge part of this build.
The foam is the backing for the shotcrete to be sprayed. The foam gets laid on the inside. It's 1-inch foam sheets, 4x8, and they get doubled up, and it's quite a bit of foam.
A lot of foam.
Yeah.
And then once the shotcrete hardens, we would remove that foam, and that foam will go on the outside as insulation later on. So we don't have any foam because they said they can't get it. And they have some other ideas and things that we can do when we're ready to do this in the spring. We do still have the foam on order. We're still hoping it comes in, but we may have to find another way.
The guy from Formworks, though, was happy to hear that we had a garage, so if he does get his hands on something, we have a place we can store it.
Yeah, because it can't be outside.
It can't be outside.
Right. We gave the plans to the company, Quality Builders, Kevin, who built the garage.
Right.
And he's going to take a look at the stick part.
Right, a little carpentry part of it with the framing of the back wall and the installation of the windows and the loft and all the stuff that's traditional framing. So we probably got that lined up too.
Right, which is great. We have been waiting for a part for the well for like 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
So that's on back order. We would have had running water this year with a generator and a well, but we can't get the parts.
Yeah, the well was a couple of different components. There's a pump motor, the impeller, and then the controller, and all the parts came in except for one of them, I think the impeller or something. So we were still waiting on that part. So
that's still on back order. So yes, supply and demand and whatever all those other things going on in the world is affecting us. We already purchased or put a deposit on a 1,000-gallon propane tank. And we haven't paid the second part of that yet, but we have the tank. They're holding it for us. They just can't install it for us yet because they need to install it at the same time that the generator is installed. And we have a 14,000 watt generator on order.
On order.
And we're just waiting on that too right now. So yeah, a lot of things are definitely moving a lot slower than we expected, and even though we got the jump on everything really early, it's still affecting us. But we already are starting to buy things that we know we'll need for the house. We've got doors, we've got some lights.
Kitchen cabinets.
Oh, the kitchen cabinets, we did. I found kitchen cabinets on Facebook. So that's one of the other things. Our budget was tight to begin with. Everything that the cushion, the 10% cushion I factored in when I created the budget is already eaten up. So we need to find other ways to cut. And so my kitchen budget was about $5,000. Well, guess what? It's down to like $2,000.
But you found some really nice cabinets on Facebook Marketplace.
Beautiful.
She's very happy.
Solid cherry, plenty of cabinets from 1979. They're absolutely gorgeous. We went and picked them up, and they were how much money?
$750?
Yeah. We couldn't have dreamed of having a kitchen made of solid cherry wood like this. So that was a great bonus. So we're going to try to do things like that, cut back. We may not put floors in for a long time, you know. A lot of little things like that might have to wait.
I think one of the next big things we should get ordered is the windows.
That I'm going to work on, yeah. So right around the holidays after Christmas, I'm going to really batten down the hatches and get the rest of all the estimates pounded out, get anything I can order and delivered here, because we have the garage now. We can store it, and we'll just keep plugging along. So our timeline is for next year. We've got the excavation scheduled for the first thing, April or May, as soon as they can do it. June, or whatever, May, June, that'll be spent working on putting the steel up, trying to find a foam for the backing and figuring that out. And for the stick builder to start the stick part of the build. July, I have the shotcrete people scheduled to come. They're coming all the way from Boston. They think they'll be here for about 2 days. And then after July, we have to let the shotcrete harden and finish up everything after that.
Sounds simple.
But it's not. But it is exciting, and we can't wait. We can't wait.
Yeah. So that's pretty much where we stand on everything.
Yep, we're just buying stuff. The toilet, we bought a toilet already. As we see things on sale, or as we see things that we know we need, beyond a shadow of a doubt, we're buying them, because we know when we need them, we won't get them. The only thing we're holding off on is the refrigerator, the stove, things like that, because we can't plug them in and check them to make sure they work.
Right.
And we don't want to mess with those warranties. But, you know, we'll be fine. We don't want anything complicated anyway.
Yep.
Thank you, Brian, for asking for an update. If anybody else has anything they want to know, please ask us in the comments and we'll try to answer it in the video. So our next update is going to be on the garage.
Okay.
Where we're at with the garage and how much it
Costs.
Yeah.
Costed. Costs? How much it cost?
How much it costs.
Yeah.
We'll show you the money on the garage. We did stay within budget. It's like a nothing short of a miracle. And we'll share with you how.
All right. So with that, I guess we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.